Still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Los Angeles Chargers. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Then the 29-yard line.
And result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 35. The safeties were well back there, and he had a lot of room. Were they in the cover, too?
Yeah, they were, and the safeties were back. You know, usually they're 12 to 15 yards off the line of scrimmage, somewhere around the hash mark for each of them. But what also happens if the linebackers dive into the line, if you block them initially, that blocker can come off of them and get up to the safeties on the second level, and now you've got a big place to run the football.
The ball call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through.
They're going for Howard, but the pass intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they prove their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
Four yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for first.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Forced it, and he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
On second down, it's Lindsay. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Ball carrier.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on third down. Shotgun now for Brady. Going up top for Miller. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Scotty Miller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs have taken a first quarter lead. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
At the 25-yard line.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Herbert on third down now. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
He's brought down.
Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On second down, it's Vaughn. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
He was brought down.
Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
3rd down and 4.
6-0 our score after 1.
First quarter with the score, Buccaneers 6, Chargers nothing.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Brady. A quick pass here to Godwin. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. They'll run here with Lindsey. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
From midfield, here's Brady. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
For Chris Godwin.
And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
He's got Evans. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 33. First catch there for Evans. Good enough for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground with McCoy this time. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. The Bucs on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll bring up 4th down. And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
A gain of
now it's 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. Touchdown, L.A. Mike Williams. His first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from moving out in front. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6.
Makes the score Chargers 7, Buccaneers 6.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Here's 2nd and 10. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop any defensively. 3rd down.
Coverage by
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. He'll air this one out deep for Perriman. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Herbert on the screen. This is Eckler. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded at the 20. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
at their own 30-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
Remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. On second down, a run with Lindsey. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs. From the gun, it's Brady. Going deep this time for Miller. And this throw will be intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. He's going to look for Allen now. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Now a timeout taken.
Complete.
Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Hayden Hurst, former first-round pick, the intended target. But it'll be 2nd and goal. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Badgley's kick is good. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. Desmond King now to return it. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers or counter.
Still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Just a short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with the Los Angeles Chargers. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Neal brought him down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Still 9 remaining on second down. Now a play fake. Brady going up top for Miller. That's caught inside the 20. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Scotty Miller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So he jumped as a safety. You might know a thing or two about that from your playing days.
Well, I remember creeping up near the line of scrimmage on certain blitzes or certain coverages. Never jumped off sides, though.
Not once?
Not once. I wish I had a few times. It would have stopped some of those plays I got toasted up on.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Nick Chubb on the carry.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. And this one complete to Reed. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Chargers.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 50-yard line.
From the 50, here's Herbert. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen 1 touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. On play action, now Brady. They're going for Howard, but the pass intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he will score. Touchdown, L.A. A rare pick six thrown by Tom Brady. He'd thrown only 14 regular season pick sixes in his career coming into this season. A couple others in the playoffs, the one to Robert Alford in Super Bowl 51. And you might remember the Titans' Logan Ryan doing it late in the wild card round loss a season ago.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bucs take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Now Brady to try again after the pick six. Going deep this time for Miller. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Tom Brady with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at the 40. He'll look to throw right away. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Now Chubb. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Out of the gun, Herbert. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Chubb. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
He finds his receiver Williams for a Charger touchdown.
Complete to Mike Williams.
Mike Williams, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from moving out in front. And this puts them on top by a penny. It's 14-13.
Score, Chargers 14, Buccaneers 13. Michael Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Brady. Got him in. It's Brashad Perriman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Brady. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line.
First down and goal.
First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
2nd and goal.
They'll give it to Chubb, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Nick Chubb, his 4th touchdown on the year. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
Well, Brandon, if we go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator, he showed us his script. Didn't show us everything now. He said, here's the script for the game. I think everything's going according to plan in a big way. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's about as good as you can do, I guess. So, well done.
Yeah, well done indeed. Tremendous execution.
And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? And that's caught at the 25. And he'll be taken down deep into Charger territory. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. And even 60 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Brady. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Gronkowski, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
Normally, being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A gain of 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Again, it's Brady. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So on 4th down, on comes the Buccaneer kicker. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And how about this? It's complete. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Well, they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll try to run with Lindsey. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now a 2nd down and 6. Brady now to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal.
They slot Gronkowski outright. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Field goal. A 21-yard attempt.
Gay's kick is good. And that'll get the lead down to 5. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Here's Desmond King on the return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got to the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown,
weaving through traffic, and now he's free. The 30, 10, and all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Nick Chubb, 78 yards, and the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Throwing again. Brady. Open man, Gronkowski complete. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play. Brady to Gronkowski. 45 yards. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Brady. Going up top for Miller. And this one is incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Brady. It's caught. It's Miller. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Now Brady again. And he's got Miller. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Scotty Miller on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bucs have made this a 1-score game. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his 2nd extra point here in the 1st half.
Bradley Pinion to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
King on the return. The Chargers take over 1st and 10. At their own 24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
Yeah, we'll see how determined they are. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 13 and a Charger 1st. They run. Chubb. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, here's Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this 1st half. A 2nd one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's 4th.
A 58-yard attempt.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the 2nd quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Throwing on 1st down is Brady. Going deep this time for Miller. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Desmond King picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 7.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. He looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Play action. It's Herbert. Going deep here for Allen. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again. And he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turned that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
He's got daylight. 30, the 20, 10, touchdown LA. Austin Eckler, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They'd done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned.
It's caught inside the 25. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Scotty Miller, 75 yards. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on the play.
Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 15 yards on the play, first down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. On the ground is Chubb. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They go with Chubb on second down. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Tackle made at the...
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. They missed a field goal earlier, so possibly as a result, that's why they're going to try to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run for it. Chubb. Taking it right down Broadway. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. They're going to try and run. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. You know, it's so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
It's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Play action. Now it's Brady. Going up top for Miller. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run it again with Chubb. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big pickup of 38. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen. And that'll set them back 5. Boy, they had it at the 1. The false start moves it to the 6 now for 1st and goal. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Austin Eckler. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the interception by the Chargers D leads to a touchdown. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
49, Buccaneers 28. Mike Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And now here is another interception. Rayshon Jenkins picks it off. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
And again, it's Chubb. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A 23-yard run. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Badgley now to kick this one away. And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Going deep this time for Miller. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. 2nd and 10.
What's the run? They're running it. Under 10. Under 10. 10.
Throwing again. Brady going up top for Miller. And my goodness, another interception. Desmond King picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
1st and 10.
Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Down to the 25.
On the carry.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts.
2 yards.
That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back.
48 to Mike.
On the carry is Chubb. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
7.
Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 4 yards remain on 2nd down. Ball on the 10.
At the 10-yard line.
Handoff comes to Chubb. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Badgley able to punch this one through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25.
5-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
49.
On play action, it's Brady. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Nick Chubb, the ball
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Defensively, they know the situation. They stacked the line. Heck, that was a goal line set right there.
And it's the right play for them, exactly what they have to do. They want to take away every gap, every crack, and make sure no one can get through it. But here's the deal, though. You've worked on offense all year long about these types of defensive fronts. If they can pick.
It's a foot race.
Making it happy, Captain.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
The kickoff for the Chargers.
So with a missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College. Not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs, I knew every note to their school's fight song.
But that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards, too.
Oh, no. There was no ice bath. You just tried to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. There to stop him on the tackle, Jack Sitchie. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Chubb on the counter, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
65.
But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Chargers, it'll be a 502, and they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to New Orleans to take on the Saints. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, they'll sink now to 0-4, and they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.